remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Saturday, man. Y'all smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new and if you haven't done so already. Of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional try-on hauls, and y'all know we got Music Monday. Y'all see the nice topic. Sorry for the delayed start. Just had some technical difficulties with the actual program that I use, but we're going to keep the party rolling, man. Y'all sign up for that Sold Out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the chat, and it is free to sign up. We talk a little bit of everything over there, from music, sneakers, of course, and of course, sports. We got a fitness section as well. Sorry that we didn't go live for Wednesday, but y'all know that was a day before the 4th. I was with the fam, but y'all see who we got in the building. I'm going to let him go ahead and do his proper introductions.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's me, Dunks. I hope everybody having a wonderful weekend. We did have the 4th just passed, so I think I expressed that right before we went off the air last week for everybody to be safe. So, like I say, once again, that still goes to say I hope everybody had a wonderful 4th of July. If you were with family, friends, whatever you do, a little bit of traveling. Hopefully, everybody made it back in one piece. Everybody was safe. Let's say we didn't have really much dropping, especially let's say with it being like the 4th of July. You would think that would have at least been some type of like something like themed towards the fourth of July. Not even like it being just exclusively with like Nike or something, but still we didn't see that. And I say going to say that they can kind of tie in to one of the topics for tonight, and I think that maybe, just that could probably have something to do with it because, these companies are no stranger to doing like holidays themed materials. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, bro. Exactly. So I feel you on that one. Tonight's topic, man, we're going to keep it pretty simple here tonight. Pretty much, if you guys haven't been living under a rock, pretty much, if you can't tell, the fucking market is, yeah. I mean, this is the first time, and I don't know if you've ever seen this, Dunks, and I know we talked about this before. Hasn't been much loading on sneakers. So Nike stock apparently tanks, and apparently they're still trying to crack down on counterfeits. So we're going to talk about that tonight. And then apparently we're going to touch on Trump sneaker venue sues Copycat business. So apparently they're making fake Trump shoes, which I wouldn't have never guessed.
The Trump shoe looks like a fake Trump shoe. So what do you mean?
Yeah, it doesn't look like something in the first place. And to be honest,
Exactly. So
a lot of people was already saying they was hope that they were already seeing lawsuits that was going to possibly happen anyway. So I mean, at this point, is anybody surprised? Probably not. But
I
I
mean,
mean,
it's, honestly, it's I'm gonna say like this. In my opinion, it looks like remember the those high top Fat Farm shoes, right?
yeah, I
Looks
do.
like that. In the logo in the middle, it looks like that Teflar, like the Teflar T. Has like the T, like the little circles around it.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. Yep.
That's what it looks like to me, honestly.
Honestly, bro, yeah, I'm not a fan of it, and I'm not here. We're not here to talk about the politics side of things because we know
Yeah.
what this year is. We're specifically keeping it about the sneakers. Do whatever you feel when it comes to the politics side of things. But that's going to be tonight's topic. Hope everybody had a great fourth, like Dunk said, and then we'll talk a little bit of upcoming releases toward the end of the
Yeah.
live.
Another thing to bring up too is with Trump being as big as he is and who he is as a political figure and public figure,
And
you got
businessman.
businessman, exactly, most important. You would assume that he would have no issue getting an endorsement, but these brands don't want to be associated with what his beliefs are. It should have been no issue for him to get a Nike themed shoe and Adidas themed shoe, but let's say these companies just don't want their business associated with how he
I don't
does.
I don't want to use the term easy. I get what you're saying. Somebody should have been willing to endorse him, but at the same time, it's all politics is always the biggest gray area of all fucking time, bro.
Oh yeah, of course.
Nobody wants to, because if you pick a side, you're gonna. I'll put it this way: with politics, to me, it always seems like a 60-40 split, but that 40% for business, whether whoever wins that, majority wins rule, it's always gonna be like that. Damn, now I'm gonna lose that audience for at least a little bit. Nobody don't want to lose that, especially in today's time and today's economy.
Oh
It
yeah,
sucks
now
ass.
people try to hold on to everything they can.
Yeah, it sucks ass. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. And I've been having this theory that I feel like if Nike them have been making cuts, which they have, and suing all these people, in my mind, right? Nike is trying to make sure they get ain't no more like, hey man, we was $100,000 short, yeah, but we still brought in $15 billion. Now they want that, and they probably always wanted it, but now they've cracked down even harder on it because times are tough even for them. Or are they struggling where they're gonna be homeless and this and no? But you know what I'm saying? Like again, that person at the top or whoever it is that doing that math, they keep count of that stuff, man.
I'm saying, because you got to think it's easy to because like I say once again, and we've always covered this, we're not even gonna use like the numbers, but let's just say it's easy to drop 2%, but it'll probably take forever to gain 2%. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like you can lose it easily, but to just something as small as gaining a 2% increase, it probably 3-4 years of good sales and shit.
Exactly. And that's a big difference,
Oh yeah.
Let me touch and see who I got in the building real quick. I saw Manny earlier says Europe. What up, Manny?
Yo.
What up? Let's see. Andre says credit card debt gonna go crazy in 2025 with these releases. I think because I don't know if you noticed, nobody's really talking about the 2024 releases anymore.
I don't know, man. I think that this is still gonna roll into 2025. I think people are still gonna be cautious with their purchases.
Yeah, because
I don't feel like people are just gonna go crazy because it's certain shoes that's dropping. I feel like people are still gonna be cautious and they're only gonna purchase what they want to purchase, regardless of what the shoe is.
Mm-hmm. And our first sign of this, whenever we had when income tax time come, not picking on anybody, but if stuff didn't go crazy where everybody was buying out everything, then that lets you know that was the first telltale sign to me where it's like, hey, yeah, everybody's being careful with their purchase, or they're playing catch up and covering the stuff that they were behind on to begin with. Probably was no money to really flex.
I'll tell you what it is, man. I'll tell you what it is with Nike, man. In my opinion, they, like I say, you can think about this. How many people do they at this point have on their roster now? Like I say, because you gotta think Travis in the beginning, probably was, a cheap budget. Now at this point, he's probably their highest budget. It wasn't cheap to get Balvin over there, So
But
they got all this money.
Travis definitely got to be what
That's what
costs
I'm
more than
saying.
Power.
Those are their top two, Balvin and Travis.
What about Drake?
Drake has good money, but his stuff don't. He's good investment because he looks good to the brand because of what he's doing outside. But brand, what his merchandise wise, he's probably doing as good as their, I don't know, swim line. Because people not buying swimwear, year round. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't even know what is this shit called?
Not
Not the what the fuck? I thought it was. All honestly, for the longest, I thought it was a golf line. I thought it was like golf.
You know what I'm saying? So they got all this money invested into these high profile people, and they, like I say, they dump all this money into these, like I say, these ideas and stuff until they finally get the final product, so to say, And like I say, the sales just aren't catching up to that no more because, like I say, even with the Elkins, let's use those as an example. You really have more people saying that they weren't going to go for them than that said they were. But we clearly saw what the outcome was on that. But just using that as an example of how people being vocal now about that they won't even cop Travis's.
Yeah. How are the Elkins going on the resale market right now? I don't know if you looked at them recently or not.
I know, but I'm just gonna assume maybe in that maybe 450 range being the highest.
Okay.
I'd say somewhere in there. If I'm just
if you're just guessing, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Y'all sign off
it's probably sitting right there with the Phantoms, honestly.
Cool.
Little more, little less, give or take on which one you just guess.
Yeah, true. Let's see what we got in the building real quick, and then we'll go ahead and transition on to tonight's topic, and then we'll keep the party going. Let's see. We have also, let's see. Kwame in the building says, "Yo, Manny, what up, Kwame?
Yo,
what up?" Because I did see that you I had to do low key real quick, short story. The live was so jacked up, I had to basically recreate it again just to start it because I don't know what was locked up, man. So that's the reason we actually started late. We actually would have been on time, but this shit was just acting up. But we're gonna keep it moving. Slayer says, "Happy 4th of July, gang." What up, Slayer?
Yo.
Divine says, "Yerp." What up, Divine? Let's see. Man with the kicks, Kwame Divine, 100 salutes. Got the strong arm with the New York Statue of Liberty. Man with the kicks says, "What's up, Slayer?" Slayer says, "Manny with the kicks with the hands up on 100. Divine says, "What up, Manny?" Divine says, "The only thing to look forward this week is Action Bronson." So he's supposed to be redoing. They're supposed to do that actually on the New Balance site. I actually want a pair for the gym, but at the same time, New Balance website and how they do things, not judging, but unless everybody just chilling out on them, it's gonna be a tough cop.
This is just my opinion, but those it's got to be an East Coast or a New York thing. I don't see the appeal in anything that Action Bronson has done. I don't see it. I don't know. I don't see the appeal in a bright blue shoe, a bright orange shoe. I don't know. Maybe, like I say, it's just for that area, but it's just not for me.
I don't see how you drip them, to be honest. If you gonna,
and maybe that's what it is. Like I said, I don't see how you can really get them off or some shit.
Yeah, but, like you see what I want them for. You know what I mean?
New Balance is barely, like I said, they're barely even really. Like certain models are only really making the cut. They can't turn every one of their shoes into a streetwear shoe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
you're right.
Certain models even barely make that cut anyway. And those are the ones that's brought them to where they are.
Yeah,
because they didn't have to create brand new shoes. They just took what they already had and just put a modern twist on it, or brought an influence in and let them be a creative on that shoe.
AKA Joe Fresh Goods.
Joe Fresh Goods, Amy, all these guys,
Amy Leon Dior or something like that. Yeah.
Amy Dion something. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? So, like that's where they were smart at, and that's why they're like not really like losing any money. But like I said, I guess when they are in such a good spot like that, they can take risks like that with like Action Bronson,
True.
Which, like I say, clearly is doing something well because he's been able to release a couple pair, right?
Yeah, I think this is his third slot.
So yeah, like I say, he's doing. I guess like I say something out there is working,
I'm wondering what made him. What did he do over there to negotiate himself to get the deal in the first place? Because Action Bronson, bro, like no
Like
disrespect.
that fuck that's delicious shit, and he's probably just wearing New Balance like all the time. So they just say, hey, he's doing good on Vice. Hey, maybe he can bring us some money over here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and maybe he knows how. That just shows he knows how to like do business and market himself. And we're gonna keep it 100. That's
Because what, if I'm not mistaken, he was originally like a battle rapper, right?
I didn't even know that. Like
I
I've
don't know.
heard,
There's just a style I get from him. Like when I
I've
do
heard.
like, hear some of his stuff, I get like that battle rapper, punchline rapper stuff.
I'm gonna be 100, bro. No disrespect.
I never really heard any songs by him, and I'm just gonna be
I
completely
think
honest.
you reading my mind. You read my. You know I was about to say that. You knew I was about to say that. I was like, to be honest, if you ask me to name an Action Bronson song, I can't. And I'm not saying his stuff isn't good. I'm just saying
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't listened to it.
Yeah, I don't know anything about
Yeah.
him or by him. I just know he's a rapper. He had a TV show, and he got to deal with New Balance.
I just know he rapped in New Balance, and the food stuff kind of came to me like I think I seen it once or twice, and that was in flipping, and I was like, oh shit, he
Yeah, yeah.
rapped, and I
He
kept
like
it. I didn't even give it a chance.
that's pretty much how I discovered it. Like just channel flicking. I was like, oh shit, that's Action Bronson. He
Yeah,
cooking, and I just stayed on there.
I stayed on for like probably 10 minutes too long and changed the joint. But
Yeah,
anyway,
but still, I can say I'm just saying all in all. I say I don't know. It's just maybe it's a select crowd for that. I just don't see the appeal.
I don't either. Let's see who else we got in the building. Let's see. Manny says, "What's up, Slayer?" Read that one. Says Andre says, "Example Target and Bud Light." So Nike is now. I know if you haven't seen it, they're gonna start actually officially selling Nikes on Amazon. I've seen that floating around as well. Um,
Oh,
yeah, Nike,
well, they already technically do, right?
I think it's
Oh, yeah,
officially
you can buy Nikes on Amazon, I'm sure.
yeah, but I don't think it was actually like an official like Nike account. It was other little third parties. Not saying it wasn't real, but it was
Oh,
like
yeah,
other
yeah,
little
of
third
course. So,
parties.
it's like the third party companies who like got shoes and stuff too, but they're not mainstream enough to sell to the corporate. I mean, the general population.
Yeah, but now it's actually Nike themselves, which that lets me know they trying to get. I ain't calling them penny pitchers, which I'm not mad at it because
Trying
to
to
be
reach every avenue, and like I say, once again, they're trying to tap a new market.
honest, my thing is everybody. I would penny pinch even if I was at that level. They should have something they probably been should have been doing.
I'm
Um,
sure, I'm sure, ain't no penny pinching going on around there, but they complaining about money. But I'm
they're not
sure
coming.
that I'm sure the CEO or whoever is probably complaining that sales are down while he's in Cabo right now.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean,
So come on,
that don't mean he don't want to be up because if you think about it,
well, cut the
if you
Cabo
keep,
trip out.
I'll
Maybe
put
they
it like this:
invest
how I
it.
look at this: how I look at it as a business. Not to cut you off. Yeah, he's straight, but if he had to keep taking these cuts, that means the more he got to
He's
reach
not
in his
cut his
pocket.
Cabo trips out.
Yeah, he's got to cut out of his pocket or lay more people
He's not
off.
doing that.
Yeah, so that means lay more people. That's why you've been seeing these people being cut down. No disrespect, but that's the first thing to go before I look at it. I'll put it this way: not say the first thing to go, and this is all alleged and opinionated based. Maybe they're like, man, I already don't spent out more on the company than I wanted to this year. It's not the same. All right, cool. What can we cut first? What do you think? All right, well, we got too many people anyway. You know what I mean?
Well, and you got to think a boss's mentality, or anybody in any type of powerful position, is always like, it's you or me, and also they're like, I'll run this by myself before I walk, before I get fired.
Yeah, true. That is valid. True. Let me hit the chat again. Slayer says the only politics we talk is sneakers. Salute. What up, Slayer? Let's see. Manu the Kick says facts Machine Slayer, so he's agreeing with Slayer. Kwame says Nike stock will bounce back, and in my opinion, they still have more profit than anyone else. This is true, but this is my
Nike is good. Nike's never gonna be bad. Nike's up there with like Walmart and shit. Like when it comes to business, they'll never go out of business. They're bad and are bad, two different things.
All they're bad is like, yo, we lost. let's say what Nike's in the billions, 100 billions, if I'm not mistaken. Like, man, we're no longer worth 150 billion. We're worth 149 billion. You know, that billion makes a difference to them. To you and I, shit, it sounds great. I would love to have the option. You know what I mean?
I mean, because you got to think, just like all these, like Walmart, McDonald's, Nike, all these are like, you can go anywhere in this world and say though any one of those three names, and somebody, if you're not lying 10 people up, somebody in that group, at least one person is gonna know.
Oh fuck yeah, that's an easy one.
That's the most like out of out of the this world country. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, and the
Somebody
West bubble
know
fuck of
one of
middle of
those
nowhere. Yeah,
of one of those three companies. So, and there's so they will always be like good, but like I said, business is just like I said, they got all this hiring and firing going on, and people are trying to like get comfortable in these new positions because people are getting moved up, getting moved around,
facts,
taking on more work. So it's
facts,
just they're in a funky time right now.
facts. And reality is, shoes also for Nike. I want to touch on this. They like, not saying stuff hasn't been selling out, but that's a hit or miss. Now it used to always, like before, where everything kind of sold out slowly but surely. For the most part, if you hit the malls and do a little bit of foot traffic, you for the most recent releases within the last year and this year, you can find what you want with the exception of like a super hype sneaker.
Mhm. And
Like,
like I say, with the price of things going up, especially sneakers, I wouldn't be surprised if before long we start to see like toddler sizes hitting that $100 mark. You know what I'm saying?
that
Because they're
would be
already at
ridiculous.
what, 80, like 60, 80, something like that.
Yeah, but that would be. I'm not saying that you're wrong, but that just suck. That would suck.
That would suck, but that's reality of it, man.
Yeah, true. Let's see. Kwame says Drake shoes sitting on sneakers right now.
They're
Kwame
always
said
sitting on sneakers.
they're
You
always.
can't tell me one Drake shoe that's sold out, and that's even putting his branding and his twist on the most iconic classic shoe you can get, an Air Force One, and that thing still. Those things sat on sneakers for how long?
Yeah, they did. They sat on there for a minute. They
You can
sold
go
out.
on Nike right now and go get them. I'm sure. Probably not right
Uh,
now, but
nah,
they stocked them
I'll,
out pretty
I'll put it this
frequently.
way: if that's a shoe you want, you can get it at retail.
Even
But
with the more, because it's got the more. I'm not even gonna say more premium leather,
that's
but
that's
it's
the word I
definitely
was.
got
That's
that.
the premium. They're supposed to be more top
Yeah, I'm
quality.
saying I wouldn't even call it the premium, but it's definitely got that wrinkly, more refined leather, I guess you want to call it.
True. Yeah, it's supposed to be that more tumbled
Yeah, yeah.
leather is the word that they called it, which is supposed to be a higher quality leather to the best of my knowledge. Um, let's see, where we at? Let's see. Manny says Nike in 2024 cheeks. Besides some drops that turn around, definitely in 2025. Yeah.
Man, as Nike SB is carrying
Oh
Nike
fuck
right
yeah.
now. You
Too
know,
easily. Like,
that's who's carrying Nike right now. The SB line is killing it.
is it? Do you think it's just that they're in desperate need for that next like big collab? Because the Travis
Yeah,
we're
but like I
used
said,
to.
we already invested so much money into, like I say, getting these big stars.
Yeah,
So I don't think they really have the funds or like, they got the funds, but
they got to
not to
do. They
get
want to spend it.
investing in wildly into people and hoping it
Yeah,
sticks. You
I
know,
guess the word we're looking for is it worth the risk to put that
and
money?
their biggest risk was Balvin. That's the risk. I would hope that's as far as the risk they're willing to take, because like I say, Balvin's he's been doing some wild stuff, but it makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
And Khaled,
Oh yeah, I forgot Cal's on the team too. So
the
yeah,
reason you forget is because the shit that he officially released to the public. No disrespect to the people who had the fives, Kwame. I know you got the fives. They was cool, but that wasn't it, because those hit outlets,
hmm
So I'm like, and some tell me Khaled would do anything just to be a part of the team. Pause, but like some tells me they're not he's not their biggest like problem that's causing any numbers to, while his stuff isn't per matching that number, but I mean they're not paying him nothing. I would imagine super crazy.
I mean, let's just say I'll say like this. Let's just use Khaled as an example. Also like this, the artists that he worked with will grab production tips and work with him musically, but they won't be in that studio with his shoes on.
Exactly.
And that's fucked up to say. So you know what? I'm trying to get in the perspective of
Yeah.
saying like they'll fuck with him musically, but his shoes like just like nah.
And those threes was clearly something they just did for him, Like the threes are his best ones, and it's like they just clearly because that, like, to be honest, a regular Joe Schmo person don't have
I
those.
don't get it. Then when he did that one, the thing when he showed his house a couple years back, how when he was like, when he was like in his main room for his shoes, my boy had the shoes going all the way up to the ceiling. Like, what do you do? Like, you got to go on the ladder to get them. Like, why are you doing that? That's stupid.
Yeah,
I don't. They're gonna just sit up there and deteriorate.
Yeah, he's not wearing all of them. I'll put it like that.
Like,
It's
you got them all the way to the damn near to the fucking roof of the fucking house.
Yeah, it's a bit much, but I mean, if that's what he's into, that's what he's into. But eventually, man, that's my thing too. I'm gonna sell my burgundy fives this color. I'm gonna let them go for like $5 or something. But like, I'm not gonna just let them sit back there because somebody probably want to get on.
Yeah, exactly. Like, don't just let them sit back there. Even if you gotta like you say, let them go for $5. Then hey,
Yeah, because like I'm not gonna wear them no more. And Manny brought it up. The reason I ain't go after the remake model that dropped last year before last, because I hit on those I'm on your fives, which is very similar with the burgundy touch. It's all black, but it got that hitting a burgundy touch. So I think that's why my mind is like whatever. But let me. It's not the same, but at the same time,
I wouldn't really because I mean the burgundies.
It will suffice for me is mentally.
Yeah, of course. And like I say, burgundies, they're cool, but like I say, once again, it's just in a new time and age where people are more cautious on, like I say, what they're gonna buy, and am I really gonna wear this shoe?
Exactly, and that's where I'm at. When it's not worth it to get.
Regardless of being a legendary, and like I say, the only thing I think people will really honestly go kind of crazy for right now is if they did the wolf grays again. People would love to see those. Me personally. But if they drop those again, I think people will come out for those. It's like, as you say, the OG is going to come out for those,
Exactly. Let me in the chat. Andre says, have a feeling all these leak releases aren't fully real, more so a action taken by Nike to increase stock prices. Valid point. That's a valid point. I have a feeling too. And that's why and I'm not mad when people put that in Discord. Do whatever you want to do, as long as you're not disrespecting nobody. I don't care. But when I start seeing these, like, hey, the Off-White was supposed to come back. What I seen that floating around too, not just in the Discord, but just in general. I've seen it floating around where they're gonna re-release the 10 in 2026, and I'm like, bro,
yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Like, bro, we still in 2024. Like, come on, like that's dope.
Like I say, once again, with the rise of AI. Anything can be created and make it look like it's officially from
legit, yeah.
Wherever they want it to be from,
Exactly. Kwame says this was definitely mid-year for Nike. Besides the Bread 4, and I was excited. The Royal one, my year came back, or no, the Royal 4s. You talking about, or the Royal my year ones, or the Royal Air Max 1, the Royal Air Max 1. There we go. My bad. Air Max 1s came back. I will say the military blue 4s was pretty cool. We had some decent drops. I think we had 3 strong, good drops. And
they played it smart because they already knew this was coming. That's why they did that. They put those kind of drops out earlier to kind of cushion what they got going on right now.
Exactly, to make it appear like it's nothing. Because not only is this, think about it. If Nike's down, we're all down, including content, including other people who are sneaker companies too. Where even if that's up for them, they still got a long way to climb up to get to Nike's level. So for a company who's like, man, well, we're up, further much than we ever been. It's like you are, but that's because Nike is
the gap between first and second place.
When Nike is that's
what I'm saying. Even the second place person is still
a long way,
huge gap.
A long way. Manny with the kick says, I can't believe Asics and New Balance took over for the moment. I mean, yeah, they've had a nice run.
Like I say, when you like not having to, like I say, pretty much create well, Nike's not technically creating stuff from the ground up either. They're kind of using the same, silhouettes that they've always had. Also, but like I said, what I'm saying is with New Balance and Asics and stuff like that, it's literally the same shoe. It's just a change of color. You know, just a
Yeah,
subtle logo, not a complete um, logo swap around. Not putting like clouds and a light up smiley face all over the shoe. You get what I'm trying to get at? That kind of stuff
yeah,
costs money, a lot of money,
yeah. To
and
make a major change, yeah,
and you're counting on the hope that people will like it. That's your that's
yeah,
your sale, like that a chance that people are gonna like it.
yeah.
So like I
I
say
didn't.
with Asics and stuff, they're not doing that. They just a quick color change, and it's the same shoe. Just hey, it's the 9600R now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hate to agree, but yeah, you're right. Because like if you think about it, with New Balance and them, it's like change the color. That's all we're gonna let you guys have. Like I don't think like with Nike them, you can possibly get your own logo, change up the material slightly. Look at on my year.
It's definitely a lot more freedom because they have more money to spend. I get that, but like I say, it's just that classic. If it's not broken, don't fix it type, deal.
Facts, facts. Let me hit the chat real quick. I see Kwame says, I seen that technical difficulties. Yeah, my bad, man. I don't know what the fuck was happening, man. My bad. Um, New Balance not prepared for the sort of traffic like Nike is. This is true. I agree.
Very true.
Um,
That's Asics. All of them. None of them are.
yeah, none of them
Only people
are.
who can handle that would most likely be Adidas. They can
Yeah,
handle that type of heavy traffic.
barely, and that's barely.
That's barely, yeah. But they got the funds and the means to be able to keep up. Like, hey, like we talked about last week. Hey, my pocket's deep too. Don't think
Yeah, exactly. Devon says, honestly, a lot of shoes are um underwhelming this year, except the black cement threes and the Columbia 11s. So, I mean, and
Uh,
we're still waiting for the my year to do their thing too.
so, but the thing about those 11s, man, that it's just that all white, and then once it starts to age, man,
It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck because if you look at the past ones, the older ones, they definitely yellowed, but
say they start to turn into a lemon.
it's still gonna be bought. It's still gonna be sold out though.
Oh, yeah. Come on, man. Of course, no doubt, bro. I mean, come on now. Because when it's what you're supposed to drop in what November, December, something like that.
December should be December.
Man,
Andre says Hibbett has also began working with Walmart. Did not know that. I did not
wow.
know that. Wow, you're right. But to be honest, I'm borderline not surprised.
But I wonder how is that going to be incorporated? Like is how is it going to be incorporated? Like what can Hibbets and Walmart what can they do for each other? You get what I'm trying to say?
They had their own little stuff. We'll sell it inside of there, so people, you know what I mean. And we cut. And Walmart
But
said,
it's
well,
going to be weird to see Hibbett's branding in Walmart or to see Walmart branding in Hibbett's.
I think more so if I was a betting man, Hibbett branding would be more in Walmart,
Yeah,
not.
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. But at the same time, hell, if a sell is a sell, even if like they guys got to take a cut, and I'm
But
assuming
Hibbett has
Walmart.
his own brands, their own
Yep,
Hibbett brand stuff. So that's probably what they mean. That you're
yep,
gonna start seeing that stuff in Walmart. Very
agreed.
interesting.
I'm surprised. Menry Kick says Black Cement threes or Bread fours as sneaker of the year for Shosky. So he's saying either it's gonna be Black Cement threes or the Bread fours. Um, we'll see, man. We'll see. Definitely in the top five, most likely. I'm not gonna disagree with that. Andre says spending 80 plus on a Tyler shoe is crazy work for real. Um,
Okay.
yeah, that's crazy. Devon says 2025 is gonna be the brokest year for folks' pockets.
So I'm
Yeah,
telling you, this shit's gonna roll straight at two.
yeah, because where some's got to change politic wise, whether we get a new president or not, we can't keep going down this path. That's all I'm saying because it's a downward. Ain't no we ain't seen a. We gonna either have to level out or we're gonna go back up because right now I feel like we don't need to go any lower. Um,
Yeah.
let's see. We got Mr. 314 in the building says, Mr. I'm on year 2 in the building. Of course you are. Salutes. What up, homie? It says Kwame says, "What up, Mister? I'm on year or no? What is it, Mister? Yeah, Mister. I'm on year 2. That's what he said. But that's Mister 314 to the best of my knowledge.
Hmm?
Says chilling. Let's see. Manny says, Mr. Nike Outlet in the Casa, which means home in Spanish. So what up? Let's see. Kwame says, SB still sell out because low production, but there is a few below retail right now. Yeah, some of them haven't hit as hard as compared to the.
I'm not gonna say they are gonna be, home runs, of course, but like they are very slim and few between that SB is really dropping bricks.
True. Yeah.
Like with
I
the
mean, yeah,
collabs they've been getting lately, like we talked about. Like there are a lot of like brands like they've been clearly established, but like I say, they're just coming to light only because of Nike. But these are like their first collabs, and they're doing them damn near perfect.
yeah, this is true.
For a first shoe. Because like I
Yeah,
say, it's an SB. Like I say, it's already a perfect shoe. Just put your twist on it. Hey, get it out the door.
exactly. Let's see. Devon says facts. Kwame, Devon says it's like Nike been trying to please folks with releasing, but folks with releases, but folks still get mad. Devon says, let me give an example. Some people are complaining how the Kobe's aren't selling out and how they don't feel like protro material. I'm like, so when it was a limited, it was all good. So because some Kobe's haven't been selling out, but um, I get what you're saying, Divine. And at the end of the day, while Nike needs it all, and I'm pretty sure Nike's known this for years, you're not going to be able to please everybody to begin with. But yeah, I'm not surprised to see some Kobe. This is my thing. Like I've never seen, and you said this in the Discord as well, Divine. Name one. Have you? And I'll ask Dunks this question: who have you seen, or how many people can you count that you've seen in person wearing a pair of Kobe? Not disrespecting the Kobe brand or anything like that with Nike RP to Kobe, but have you actually seen how many people have you actually seen rocking that shoe? You know,
Um, yeah, none that
it's
I can think
it's
of
rare.
to the best of
Yeah,
my knowledge. It's just one of those
Divine,
situations.
I haven't seen anybody either in
It's
person.
just one of those situations like we talked about before. Also, um, it just goes down to just being like humans. Like I say, they when when it's something exclusive and they don't want to feel left out, so
Yeah,
they're gonna scramble their best to get it and make sure that hey, I got it too. But when it's something that's in plentiful and easy to obtain, I don't want that. Everybody got that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what you wanted, right? That's what you wanted. You wanted a fair chance at having a certain shoe, right? So when they do it, now nobody wants them because there's too many of them now.
true,
So that's
true,
what I think it boiled down to. It's just people like they just want that exclusive feeling, and when it's something that everybody can have, nobody wants it.
true, true. Let's see. Devon says when it's available, folks complain. Basically, what Dunks
See?
was saying. Yeah, Dunks is saying exactly your wording just simplified. Gordon G, I did see what you said. He says 2024, do the right thing. Trump, I saw Manny that you deleted the message. Hey, it is what it is. I'm not here to tell anybody who to vote for. We just talking the topic tonight. But hey, by all means, it's your choice. Hey, who at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this. Hell, it's nobody's gonna no one person gonna be able to please everybody. Let's see. Hunter in the building says this month is due for Nike. Manu the Kick says Nike makes sneakers great again. Slayer says Emmanuel the Kick says preach my guy. So pretty much, I just ran through the chat real quick. We're going to start on tonight's topic. We're only going to join for like another like 30 minutes. Sorry for starting late, everybody, but let me share my screen. Boom, right here. So Nike and Converse cracked down on alleged counterfeits in major new lawsuit. So this article just pretty much came up to the best of my knowledge on June 17th, which I want to touch on it, but I'm just gonna really pretty much go behind the scenes and just kind of play catch up, and then we'll talk on the stock, and then we'll talk the Trump situation as well. Devon says the I'm on year 3 got pushed back. This is true. I heard they got pushed back to August. Don't quote me, but I heard that's the thing. It says pretty much the Nike swoosh is cracking down on the websites and other platforms trying to replicate its iconic design. Nike and Converse last week filed a lawsuit against more than 100 defendants alleging that international and unauthorized and unlawful use of Nike's incorporated trademark via the advertisement and sell counterfeit goods. In the suit, which was filed in court in Southern District of New York last week, Nike and Converse claimed that they identified 98 websites and 267 social media handles that have advertised and offered to sell counterfeit Nike and Converse products to the U.S. consumers in the last 12 months. So Nike not playing this year. They coming for all they fucking chips is what I'm getting from it. If you think about it, they want, you know what I'm saying? Like if you think about it, I have seen, I'll say this. One of the biggest things that's in my DMs, and people have, I think they have finally given up, but the counterfeit, I believe this 200, it's way more than that. The 260 something like social media handles trying to sell fake stuff, they have offered to cut me a little side deal. I'm like, bro, I don't want it if it's not the motherfucking real thing, but I'm glad Nike's hopefully get these guys the fuck up on up out of here. And they show you like their stuff is the exact same shit, but I don't want it if it don't have that Nike stamp of approval. So I'm wondering what took them so long because this shit has been going on. But maybe I guess to the point where now maybe Nike is seeing worse and we're like, man, we can't even fuck. To be honest, it's very hard to tell the difference. So, I mean, it was only a matter of time. And the thing is, if they're gonna go after the big fish, they're gonna go after the little fish too. It just took them a little bit longer because you think about it, they went after bait, um, of course, and they went after Cool Kai. What's his name? Omi and the Hellcat.
Warren.
Yeah, well, yeah, we can go down the rabbit hole forever. And I'm pretty sure before it's all said and done, some more people names are going to come up on this lawsuit. They even went after YouTubers who were pushing that stuff to go to what's that shit, the Panda Buy shit. You know, we've touched on that. Slayer says Nike with another lawsuit. Shocker. They won all their chips this year.
I'm saying, this is repetitive and it's just dry because we know what's going to happen. You know, it's the usual wash and rinse, repeat cycle. They get their guy. And obviously, you know, Nike's going to win, you know, and they shut these places down. And guess what? We talked about before. These companies just pack it all up in a box, move to the next warehouse, change the name.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
They're going to be able to stop it, but not. They can stop it, but never stop it, if you get what I'm trying to say, you know?
Yeah, it's easier said than done for sure.
Like that, and like you said, they caught how many? 200 people?
267 plus, you know?
267, and guess what? That's maybe 5%, 6% of what's out there, you know?
Exactly.
Because there's nothing to bro, me and you today, people in the chat today, literally can go on Amazon and get what's that little boot thing that is pretty much straight to scale as a Nike shoe, you know? And as long as you have the equipment, you can literally make a Nike shoe at home. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying it's not hard to do. Anybody can do it. It's for less than $1,000 invested, you know?
Yeah, but the problem with Nike, and I feel them on this one, cool, do it for you and maybe the homies in the neighborhood.
Yeah, of course. But when you start making money off of it.
Yeah, when you start, now it's a problem. Hey, when you got, I'll put it this way, you notice Nike, I'll say this, I haven't seen them go after nobody unless it's like, when they start touching $1 million, okay, now it's a problem.
When they see the profit that they're gonna get, what they're asking for, or some type of potential payout for it, then yeah, they're gonna. Because then I go, and when they say you're making great sales, so I know, you know, you know what you're doing, so you know how this goes, you know.
Exactly. Now it's time for us. All right, shut this shit down. Now it's a problem. Let me read the rest of the article. It says the defendants who have no affiliation with Nike or Converse have attempted to capitalize on the popularity of the plaintiffs' marks by manufacturing and marketing counterfeit products falsely labeled as Nike or Converse. Read the lawsuit, which added that Nike investigators purchased products from some of these sites in order to confirm that they were fake. Examples of alleged infringement marks, including the Nike swoosh on the side of its footwear, and as well as the Converse Chuck Taylor All-Star logo trademark. According to
man, why would you want to replicate Chucks? It's like,
hey,
why you want some Converse? Why you want to replicate those? You know, that's like the easiest shoe. That's like, you know.
I get what you're saying, but obviously there's some money there to be made.
That's what they're thinking. That's probably what they're thinking. You know, like, oh, it's easy. You know, it's a shoe that nobody thinks about. You know,
exactly. They're probably like, I guess the question they would ask, like, who would want to do that? Their question is probably, why not?
Yeah,
you know?
Why hasn't anybody done this yet?
Like, why not, motherfucker? We should have been.
Why would somebody want to do it? Why not?
Yeah, exactly. It says
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that's right.
exactly. It says according to the suit, most of the defendants are believed to reside or operate from the People's Republic of China, Malaysia, and other foreign district jurisdictions. So this is and fighting overseas. I know is not gonna be easy nor cheap. You know what I'm saying? It says Foot Action News have reached out for comment to Nike for a comment. The suit represents another uh, distinctive action being that taken by a sneaker brand or marketplace in light of increased counterfeit activity. Earlier this month, StockX revealed in 2024 verification report that its verification experts have turned away more than 600 million worth of products across all categories that failed to meet its authentication requirements since the launch in 2016. Sneakers that were supposed to be fake accounted by more than 13% or 80 million of that total. The ramp up counterfeit prevention option, StockX has integrated new technology like RFID scanning and machine learning models. So keep in mind, StockX and Nike also had that lawsuit. I don't think they've settled it just yet, but some tell me I'm no genius. There will be a settlement here coming soon. I wouldn't be surprised if it's this year. You know what I mean? Um,
Oh yeah.
so that one's coming too. But I'll say, yeah, if Nike's got to crack down and through all these lawsuits, then yeah, all the people who selling it, you got to make sure you're on top of your shit. Point blank. Period. It says, for its part, Nike has also come after alleged counterfeiters in the past. In December, the company filed a lawsuit in Florida District Court claiming that the sneaker reseller Ebby Fox, who goes by C Dash, that's the sneaker YouTuber I was referring to, by the way. Bransley promotes and sells counterfeit Nike goods on his various social media channels and apparently believes he can engage in illegal conduct with opportunity. So yeah, we saw that too, and we covered that one. So I'm like, bro, that's my thing too. That's why I ain't gotten into people spend your money where you would spend it. I'm just not gonna be the person promoting it because I know I can't compete with Nike, so I'm not trying to. You know what I'm saying? I know my wage.
It's
You know what I'm
easier.
saying?
Easier to start your own brand and try to try to
Yeah.
go head to head with Nike. You know.
Yeah, they got even if Nike, let's say they don't even have the money, the name alone gonna get the lawsuit in the right hands, you know, because they know they
Yeah.
good for it, you know. I know I'm compared to them, I'm not good for it, you know. Let's see. Slayer says keep y'all Nike receipts. I do as well. Like anything, and I remember they used to actually put the joint in the box, and they stopped doing that a long time ago. It says in Nike's lawsuit against StockX, which originated early 2022 with assumptions or allegations that the resale platform used logos and products trademarked by Nike to sell NFTs, was later expanded with the claims alleging StockX has willingly sold counterfeit products and misrepresented its authentication service, which we can see how well that lawsuit's going, considering how well, safe to say, do you see them using the word authentication anymore? So I mean, they doing what they got to do to cover their ass. Pause.
Oh yeah.
So let's transition to this Trump sneaker venue sues alleged copycat business, which again, I think it was Kwame who said that somebody's gonna. He pretty much predicted there would be lawsuits, and I'm talking specifically this one that looks like I don't even know what shoe this even really looks like to me, but I see it's got the it. If there was ever such thing as a president like sneaker, this would be it. You know, again, we're talking the sneaker here, not the politics, guys. Just gonna keep it 100. Let me read through the article. We're gonna be on this joint for like another 10 minutes. And we're gonna wrap
Imagine
things up
somebody
for the
busting
night.
tray flips in them things.
What happened?
Imagine seeing somebody bust a tray flip in that shit, those shoes.
Oh God, real for real?
Don't say imagine seeing like just seeing that somebody skating.
I wouldn't be surprised, bro. I wouldn't be surprised. Nothing honestly, nothing surprises me anymore, man.
Yeah.
It says the company behind former President Donald Trump's sneaker venture is coming after what is claimed is counterfeit activity. 4-5 Footwear LLC, which in February launched Donald Trump's new line of signature sneakers, filed a lawsuit on Monday in Arizona federal court claiming that a group of undisclosed defendants have offered to sell or has sold counterfeit sneakers that infringe on identifying marks featured on the Trump sneaker line. So, I mean, he had. I hate to say it too, not picking a side here, but Trump was a celebrity before he was the fucking president too. So he has a fan base, like it or not. Whether you some people just like him because of what the fuck he came up off of, or him in general.
Yeah, and that's majority what it is. Like a lot of his fans are the people that came with him from his previous doings. You know.
Yeah, true, true. Kwame says, "LOL." Says, "OFC, their fake Trump shoes. They already look like a knockoff Blazer, anyways." I mean,
He
they
says
do.
sky top, something like that. You know.
Yeah, they definitely do look like they already did that. But I mean, to be honest, I think the reason there's no lawsuit, whether you want to say Nike supporting him or not, which I don't know, is the fact that there's not. I think they changed enough where you really can see the difference, though. You know, not defending.
All these shoe companies got stuck in each other, man.
Yeah,
Pause. You know, like you don't think that Nike's invested in Adidas in some way, just like Adidas got some money tied up in Nike, just like they got some money tied up in Reebok. Come on, man. All these, like, they're all like, you know,
indirectly
same
somehow they
umbrella
work.
anyway.
Yeah,
So that money is all invested into each other anyway. You know.
allegedly, we'll put it
Yeah,
that.
allegedly. This is my assumption.
Yeah. Says the former president and 2024 Republican president nominee introduced his line of signature sneakers in February during the SneakerCon in Philadelphia. The shoes, gold high tops with a T engraved on the side of the American flag on the back of the upper, were available at $3.99. I'm not paying that for those shoes for pre-order on a website called GetTrumpSneakers.com.
Yeah, because I'm really gonna trust that website too.
Yeah, wow, right? That right there sounds suspect, but at the same time, maybe he wanted to keep it simple. But at the same time, this lets me know I would definitely double check it.
Oh,
Says
there was somebody selling shoes out of their garage.
possibly, and who knows? According to the site, only 1,000 pairs were available, and at least 10 were autographed by Trump. Two other styles, the T Red Wave in red, and the Pompous 45, which I think that stands for President of the United States 45.
POTUS.
Yeah, as it was POTUS.
Yeah, POTUS 45. That's the silhouette, the model name.
Yeah, POTUS
Wow.
45. So I'm guessing the 45th president of the
All
United
these
States.
names are so original.
Bro, like
The
again,
website
I'm
name so
I'm
original.
I'm just reading this shit. You know what I'm saying? It says in white, we're also available for pre-order. Yeah, I'm with you, Dunks. Like, holy shit, like this. But at the same time, it's kind of one of those you gotta keep. It's the saying is simple. Keep it simple, stupid. And I get it. That's what they probably say. Hey, keep it simple, bro. Like you don't want nobody to overthink the shit. And I got it. Think about it. Think about it. This is my first time reading it, and I'm able to spit back what this shit is. Think about it, because I didn't know what the fuck that is. No, but it's easy to put two and two together, which in a sense it works.
Man,
I
that
mean,
shoe's already made. They presented it to Trump. He gave it a go, and then
yeah, he didn't have.
yeah,
If anybody thinks he had any creativity, like in involvement in it, hell, bro. All right, cool. If you think he has some involvement, I got some land in Idaho to fucking sell you. Leave
right,
leave
exactly.
that
Like
if
this
you want to.
shoes, the only hands this man had in it was touching the shoe to sign those 10 pair.
I don't even think he fucking had that. I bet you he wrote it down on paper somewhere and they just fucking put it on there
Then
and
that's
printed
forgery.
it. Yeah, I highly doubt he signed autographed every fucking shoe. I ain't even gonna
No,
get.
he
I
said
ain't you.
10 pair. He said
You
it's 10 pair that he autographed.
maybe. I don't. Even, that
Those
sounds
10
like
pair are also the pair that he gave out to the influencers that were at his thing. Because one of
yeah.
your
I remember.
favorite people that's based, close to me got a pair.
Yeah, that was at that sneaker con that got a bad rep for that situation. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. And Philadelphia says the creation of the sneakers is a recent development. Read a suit. Nonetheless, dozens of the unlicensed counterfeits are already selling counterfeit sneakers, some of which recently confiscated by the U.S. Customs and Border Protection Field Operations Orlando Trade Enforcement Team from a shipment that initiated from Vietnam. So pretty much they're doing it, quote unquote, the right way, but that's not the approved amount. That's already been set in stone. They're not supposed to be doing it. So somebody overseas is obviously somebody got a tip to like, hey, yeah, we can make it. It ain't gonna be the real deal Holyfield, but yeah, I mean, nobody in theory Wiley won't know the difference.
Yeah.
Let me hit the chat real quick. Let's see where I'm at. Hunter says he could have had some say in things. Who really knows here? Who really knows here? I mean, he probably described what he want,
I
and
doubt it.
I doubt it too. But at best, he may say like, "What type of shooter do you want, Mr. President? Make it gold." All right.
I think the shoe was already made. They just showed him. He gave it the green light, and I don't think that he had anything to do with this. What time would he even have to sit down and create a shoe? Come on,
I would have a feeling he's no disrespect to the Trump supporters. With him running for president, he's got a campaign.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
he's got to work to make sure he gets all the votes that he can. And let's not forget, not speaking on his personal issues, but he's got a lot of lawsuits pending. So he's been in and out of court as well. I don't know when anybody like, yo, Polo, when you go to sleep? No, when does he go to fucking sleep?
Exactly. So when will you have even 5 seconds to sit down and say and like put this here, like they just already had the shoe and said, yeah, cool.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's my thought process too. Devon says, you heard that Dior got exposed. I saw some floating around, but I have not looked that deep into it, homie. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna definitely check it out though. Let's see. Hunter says Dior got exposed hard. Oh wow, I haven't heard anything about it. Like I've seen the title, I just have not did any research.
What happened with Dior?
Uh, I don't really know, but something's going on about it. I may see if I can just pull it up real quick just for shits and giggles because we're gonna be on a joint for like another 5 minutes. We're coming to the end of this. Devon says Reuters reported last month that Dior paid a supplier $57 to produce bags that retailed for about.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah.
Wow,
I
dang,
saw,
that's right.
I saw the number 2,500, but yeah, I guess 2,780, 2,500 to 2,780. Either way, to be fair, they're not the only brand that's doing that shit.
And yeah, exactly. Everybody's doing that.
Yeah, everybody's doing it.
It's been known, so I don't understand why it's surprising that this got aired out like that.
I think because they're they're supposed to be on the premium brand right underneath. Like I would say, if we got to label it as like Louis Vuitton top tier, Gucci top tier, and then Dior falls somewhere underneath that. You can't put them on the level of like Nike material, but at the same time, I would assume Nike may be paying a little bit more to get theirs, even though they're taxing. But this is my thing. Well, if Nike's paying $57 to get a product produced, while they're taxing us 4 times the amount, they're still not taxing us. What this has got to be like almost 20 times the amount,
Yeah.
And I don't own a pair of Dior, but just the people in general who really, really like that brand. It's just like me. I'm pretty sure as big a Polo Ralph Lauren fan I am, I guarantee you that price, whatever I pay for that stuff, it probably took them a fourth of that to get it made, Says the costs the costs do not include raw materials such as leather. So yeah, that's the thing that's floating around with that, Dunks, by the way. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, you obviously heard of it.
They try to justify saying that they're using Italian leather. A cow is a cow. It don't matter where it comes from. You can't say this is an Italian leather cow. It's leather from an animal.
Hey, we took them over to the Italian spot. Now they were breed over there, Dunks. Now I'm fucking.
So that makes Italian leather different than American cow leather. It's still a cow.
I agree with
you. It doesn't matter what you feed them. I mean, I guess it'll make it. I guess they're
one of those
more soft, but
it's one of those. It sounds good on paper, dog. It sounds good on paper. Let me read the rest of the article, and then we'll talk upcoming releases and wrap things up here for the next like 5 minutes or so. Says the suit also noted that the plaintiff had hired an online fraud investigator prior to filing the suit and discovered that businesses and individuals promoting and selling counterfeit sneakers believe any authenticated sneaker have even been shipped by the plaintiff. So all of them are supposedly to be fake from what I'm getting from this. It says the lawsuit seeks $2 million in damages, which includes $25,000 for each copyright violation, or for the defendants to pay all profits that claim from the alleged violations. When Trump launched his shoes earlier this year, footwear industry's leaders noted that it represented an iconic move for the politician who, during the presidency, introduced the burdensome Section 301 tariffs of China's that have had a direct negative impact on the footwear industry in the U.S., which largely relies on the imports of China. Those tariffs have contributed to soaring footwear prices in the U.S. and have hurt American businesses and working class consumers. So yeah, I have a feeling Trump made sure he had. Some tells me his team got up on that one, the way it ended. But yeah, we've been on this joint coming right up on the hour mark. Sorry for starting late, everybody. But let's talk upcoming releases, and then we'll wrap things up here for the night. Pretty much, I will say I'm on year 3 is probably the next. I would say the biggest drop on the radar. And for this month, we are anticipating the Nike KD 4 Nerfs. So I've never had a pair of KDs, but I would say this, man. Jordan sneakers are the only ones out of that Nike land. The only ones are the Nike brand that looks like it has any form of versatility. Any other shoe, man, it just looks like a straight up basketball shoe, which I'm not mad at, but I mean, yeah. We also have the Adidas Jordan Volume 8 After Hours. They're supposed to be coming in July 1st, which technically they should have already been here. So if you guys are checking for that, we'll see how that goes. And then apparently they're going to do an Adidas like Adi Foam Mule, which is supposed to be, I guess, to compete with the Yeezy slides. Looks like a Yeezy slide, but like chopped up and more reinvented. I'm pretty sure they're super fucking comfortable, but without that Ye name attached to it, is it really gonna make moves like that? And they want $160 for it. These are more than the fucking Yeezys. Yeezys was what? The Yeezy slides is like 70 to 80 bucks, 90 if you get the foam runners. Bro, I don't know. But at the same time, we've also preached this entire live. The economy is fucking up there or are down there, so prices is up. And then we got the Nike Alpha Fly 3 Blueprint that's supposed to be coming this month as well. Technically should have already been here, but I'll be honest, I haven't been checking for it. And then we got a Kith collab and New Balance MT 580 and MS 1300 Malibu. I got a question about the New Balance thing. You may not know this answer, but what's with all the extra like these numbers? They always like the New Balance 99020 or 9060 or 1300. Like,
I don't know. I never really looked into that, but that's definitely a video for me to check out to see where New Balance gets their numbers from. You know,
I don't know where they get them from, but from what I heard, it's supposed to mean that the higher the number, the better the quality. I don't know if it's true or not, but I've heard that floating around, so don't quote me on that. We got the Adidas D.O.N, which is Adidas Done issue 6. Really, to be honest, man, and I don't even want to keep going through this joint. I guess the one that really stands out to me is the Puma MB03 Miami. Now, if I'm not mistaken, those are like the mellow ball or the mellow ball shoe. I believe that actually looks dope, but I mean, I'm assuming they got an audience for this, but I haven't seen anything crazy. Now, the one that is sticking out that's supposed to be coming this month is the Air Jordan 3 WNBA All-Star, and which is at the Camo 3 joint. I don't understand why it's called that. So maybe I'm gonna definitely do some research before I drop the video, but I don't see why these aren't just called it the Air Jordan 3 Desert Camo or something. Not saying that don't exist, but I mean like this all that it looks like to me. And I think we had showed you that before. And the Nigel Sylvester's is supposed to be coming this month, apparently. The Grandma's Driveway joint where he has bike air instead of
Nike Air.
Yeah. I think, to be honest, I don't want him and I don't like him, true, but why couldn't they just do this? Make this just a regular Air Jordan 4, same colorway, same concept, and just write bike on them.
Don't even write bike. Just write Nigel Sylvester.
Yeah, something. You know what I'm saying? I think
you chop the top off the shoe. Don't even look like a 4. Then you're gonna write bike on it.
Not the best idea, but some tell me they let Nigel have a little too much credit.
Nigel got a big head after he dropped those the ones he dropped. You know, he's like, oh man,
I ain't like those shit.
He was like, I do this shit.
Yeah, I see. I ain't like those shit, but I think because they did so well, they're like, all right, let them have it. And he's already low key. There's another person that we forgot. He's on the team already, getting paid. Hell, might as well let him try. Hell, whatever, let him try. Um, Kwame says the camo threes not for me, but I feel like some people will cop. Devon says, "Did you see the low version of the pine greens? I have not. I have not." And then let's see what else we got. I think we got the Adidas AE1 charcoal coming. Those have been really taking off, ironically. And I did see that Complex put that as like number one sneaker so far this year. I don't personally see it. We have the Air Jordan 4 Paris Olympics coming, which is those all great joints. Um, not for me as well, but not a bad shoe either. I'm gonna put it like that. It's definitely gonna do its thing. I'm gonna say that. It's definitely gonna do its thing. But anything in particular you're looking for this month or for the remainder of the year, for that matter?
I mean, honestly, man, I think I'm more just gonna kind of once again try to stick to catching up on some on these SBs, and like I say, if Jordan does drop something that catch my eye, like I say, yeah, of course I'll go for it, but I'm just trying to focus more like on the SBs this go around, you know.
I feel you. I feel you. As you can see, I've been trying to get my SB game up.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
So
Nothing particular for me. So pretty much we've been on this joint for like an hour and 6 minutes. Sorry for the technical difficulties, everybody, but we did hit the hour mark. Let's go and wrap things up here for tonight. Appreciate everybody's patience with us. We will be back alive again on Monday with another Music Monday. But until then, man, y'all sign up for that Sold Out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the chat. Free to sign up. And other than that, appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love. Y'all definitely smash that like button and sub to the channel. And if you're new and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones. And what I normally do, make content about sneakers, occasional trial halls. Again, like I just said earlier, Music Mondays. And we'll be back on that date. But other than that, man, I'm going to let my homie Dunks go ahead and take us out for the night.
hey, this was a wonderful one. I'm glad everybody was able to join us. And like I said, you know, there is still a lot of partying going on, you know, extended vacation, extended holiday. So I know a lot of people are still, you know, traveling or still have family in town. So if you do, like I say, just, you know, be safe. There's still a weekend. And it's crazy because I just saw where there were two accidents that happened in the early mornings of July 5th.
Oh, wow.
Two separate incidents. People lost their lives. You know,
Sorry to hear that,
for
bro.
the, you know, all for the name of, you know, having a few drinks, and you know, and it's crazy to think about, you know. But yeah, just be safe out there if you're still with family. Like I said, if you're still partying, if you, like I said, just be safe. Because we, you know, we want to see everybody back here, you know. But besides that, just enjoy the rest of your weekend, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time on the next one.
Most definitely, man. We're officially out this thing, man. Peace.
Peace.
My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. Yeah. remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many